is drawing out what happens when the perfect pickleball point is played, right? So let's say we have our servers here, and then we're gonna have one person up at the net and one person back here. So that's the receiving team, that's the serving team. So serving right court to right court, a perfect serve to aim at is going to be right there, you know, where we put the cones when we're practicing our serving. So in a perfect pickleball point, the server is going to serve right to that spot or somewhere around. It could go a little that way, a little that way, a little that way. But bottom line is they put their serve in the court, because that's the only way you're going to get a point, right? So the best return for the returner is somewhere in the middle of the court and very deep, right? So probably about 4 feet in from the baseline. So when I put the cones up, when we're returning serves, it's always deep middle right there. So if you practice that and practice that, hitting that spot, it's a good thing, because if you can control your ball enough that you can actually hit a spot every time, if you need to move where you're going to hit to, you can always aim at a spot, right? So sometimes what you need to do, this is always going to be a good spot, because these two players have to decide, you know, you're counting on them having good communication. So they have to decide, hey, I'm taking it, you're taking it. So if this is a right-handed player, they're probably going to step in and take this ball. So what happens sometimes, you find out this person here has a laser forehand and they can hurt you. They can hurt you with a third shot drive. If they do, then all you do is, if you can aim at a spot, you just move your spot over here and aim into this server's body. So, I mean, sometimes this player still will go in front of their body to get it, but at least you're making a move to do that. So, good serve, good return. This team here, the serving team, has to hit a third shot drop. So, by the time this player here has hit his return, he should have moved up to the kitchen line as well. So you got the two players at the kitchen line. These two players are deep. Say this person steps in with their right hand to take the drop. From this court over here, the left court, the best place for him to try to drop is aim kind of towards this receiver's body with the drop, but the ball should drift just a little bit to this side of them. And if they're a right-handed player, that's their backhand right there. So if the third shot drop comes in right in about this area here, crosses the net, dies in pace, so the ball's crossing the net probably about that high right there, just dies in pace, right in the kitchen. This player here, if it's bouncing low, that high over the net is going to make the ball bounce low, right? If the ball is bouncing that low, this player has no other choice but to dink it back. If this ball comes over the net, say up in this area, it's going to bounce high. This player can slam it, and you're probably trying to work your way up. So if you and your partner are watching this drop that you hit, you're probably working your way up to the kitchen line. But if the ball's bouncing high like that, this player might drill it back before you're even through the transition zone. You may have made it up here to the transition zone before they drill back a high ball. So that's why low is important. If the serving team keeps this drop nice and low, this person has no other choice but to dink back. Now, a good place to dink back, if they hit it to his backhand, is not down the line. The highest part of the net is on the line. The lowest part of the net is the center. Center of the net's 34 inches. On the ends here, it's 36 inches, right? So you don't want to go that way with your dink. You want to kind of dink middle. And so if this person dinks middle, by the time this ball bounces low and they're dinking middle, the serving team is made it right up to the kitchen line. Boom. And from here, a good dink battle should ensue. So all 4 players are at the net, and as long as they're hitting nice low dinks to each other, like this high above the net, this can go on forever. At the lower level of play, someone dinks a ball this high above the net really quickly, and it is smashed out of the air by either team. The rally, you know, which is the ball going back and forth across the net, the rally at the lower levels doesn't last very long if people don't hit their dinks this low. If they hit them a little high, it ends the rally real quick. If they keep the ball nice and low like this dink battle can go on forever and ever until someone makes a mistake. Usually at the higher level, the mistake I see is the dink is in the net, because you're aiming so low that you hit the dink into the net. So if this dink battle goes on at a decent level, at the higher level of play, I usually see 15 to 20 dinks before someone makes a mistake. And again, the mistake is into the net. At the lower level of play, what I see is this high ball is given away pretty soon. Sometimes they get excited and they're actually trying to speed up a ball that they shouldn't be trying to speed up. And it gets too high and it gets slammed. So the speed up ball happens a lot of times when someone gets a ball that's bouncing low over the net. And here's the attack zones. So a ball about from a foot below the net to the ground, we call that the red zone. You should never try to speed up a ball, and by speed up a ball I mean hit it hard instead of dinking. You should never try to speed up a red ball, because this ball's so low you're going to hit it into the net or you're going to hit it out. So you're trying to go at the ball with power, and a lot of times when people do that, it's this high over the net and then they get slammed. So the yellow zone is about a foot below the net to about probably maybe 6 inches above the net. The yellow zone, higher level players can definitely speed up a ball from the yellow zone. It is kind of a 50-50 chance for them to actually get a good attack. And a good attack is a ball this low over the net that's diving over the net at pace. So higher level players can do this. Green is a ball about a foot above the net to your shoulders. Anything above this area, see if you can let it go, especially if it has pace on it, because it's probably out. But if it's between your shoulders and about a foot above the net, that's green. You can definitely attack. So sometimes people are trying to attack a ball, especially I see amateur players trying to attack a ball in the red zone or the yellow zone. They give away this high ball. The rally ends within 4 or 5 shots. So the perfect scenario here is a 15 to 20 shot dink battle. So if this is the case, if this is how a perfect pickleball point plays out, what you have to really drill are these things right up here. So the number one thing that you've got to have is a good serve. You have to drill your serve so that you can always hit to a spot. The best spot is always deep middle. The return, the second most important shot here, you always, as the returner, have to be able to hit a deep return to a spot. And like I say, the best spot to aim for is middle. However, there will be occasions where you want to target one of the particular servers that you want to return to. You might notice like say this person here is really bad at dropping the ball. So every time they line up, no matter where they are, you just aim your return at them, knowing that you'll get probably a high third shot drop that you can smash. So the third shot drop is this ball here that the server is trying to take over, make it the pace die right above the net so that it falls right over the net. And it can land anywhere from the net as far as to about right here, which is about 2 more feet past the kitchen line. So anything inside the kitchen bouncing low, even up to a couple feet past the kitchen bouncing low, is a great third shot drop. Dinking, obviously, if you want to get to the higher level and make your rallies last those 15-20 shots, you have to dink, 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 and practice dinking a lot. So if you have, say, only an hour to drill when you go out to drill, I would focus on the dink and the third shot drop the most, because these 2 shots are very difficult and you need to practice on them a lot in order to be really good at them. So let's say you have an hour to practice. I would probably spend at least 20 minutes dinking, and dinking for consistency, which is just getting the ball over the net, and then dinking for accuracy, which is being able to dink a ball to a target. Third shot drops, pretty much the hardest shot in pickleball. Third shot drops, I would take probably at least 30 minutes of every workout session you have to really hone in your third shot drop. At the higher level of play, I would say a good amateur player is maybe going to make 6 out of 10 third shot drops. The rest of them are probably going to be too high and get smashed on them. But at 60%, it still gives you, as the serving team, as the dropper, a chance to score your point. If you have 10 minutes left in your workout session for an hour, spend at least 5 minutes serving and then 5 minutes returning. So this amount of time doesn't sound like much, but these shots are not as difficult to master as this shot right here and this shot right here. The dink and the third shot, they're so hard to master that you need to spend the majority of your workout time on them. Deep serve, you can hit a lot of serves in 5 minutes. You can probably hit about 20 serves and 20 returns in just 5 minutes of time. So if you had only an hour to work out, this is what I would focus on. So I'm gonna turn the camera off, this board, and I'm gonna put it on the court, and we're gonna start our practice with the dinking right here. Have any questions while I'm drawing on the board, feel free to pipe in. Okay. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time because it's important stuff that I tell people this in a group clinic, but in a 1 hour group clinic, usually the first part of the clinic is drilling, and I can tell them why I want them to be able to do what I want them to do. But sometimes, you know, the message gets lost, especially with 8 people on the court and everyone's talking. Now, what we need to get you to do, this is great dinking. You need to take this to your rec play games.
I agree. I think my problem with the rec play game is trying to slow down.
Yeah, so if you can keep it at this pace, people always want to go faster, right? That's why me and my partner have bronze instead of gold. We ran into a team that went so fast we could not slow them down. They were really good tennis players. I mean, blistering shots, a quarter inch over the tape, diving into the kitchen, and we couldn't slow them down. Every other team we ran into, we could slow down. That was the only team we really couldn't slow down, and that was the gold medal team. And the way those tournaments work, you know, you only get one shot to get into that gold medal match, and we had to play them to get into it, which was kind of unlucky. If we would have played one of the other teams, we could have got into that match, but I guarantee you we wouldn't have won it because their shots were so good. And I'll post the picture and everything on my business page. You will see these guys are giants. I mean, I'm standing on the bronze medal thing, which is already shorter. I think my shoulders come up to the guy's waist.
Wow.
I mean, he's standing on the gold medal one, which is, it's taller than bronze, but like, he is just huge. Good job. I think this will work. I'm gonna count it on the video.
I'd like to see how many it was.
So when I do the video, I'm gonna count it, and I'm gonna put in the caption how many it was, because that's like perfect. Yeah, so as calm and relaxed as you are now, when you're playing a game, see if you can recreate this feeling right here. You definitely have to do that. In tournament play. So if you can practice it in rec play, and you ever want to go do league play or tournament play or whatever, it'll get you, if you can stay calm in rec play, it'll get you used to tournament. Have you guys thought about doing that Georgetown League? Or, I mean, Hillary's probably got tennis.
Yeah, she's got tennis. I want to do a league.
Yeah,
sure.
they were, Pete tried a 3-0 men's.
I'm pretty sure I tried to sign up for that.
You know, it didn't make.
It was at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it didn't make. The women's one did. All the women signed up. And Pete couldn't figure it out. I go, well, Pete, what did you list it as? And he says, well, I listed the women at 3-0. And I listed the men at 3-0. I said, no. List the men at 3-5. Huh? List the men at 3-5 and they will all sign up. A perfect day, no wind.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's bright but not direct sun.
Yeah. I will tell you this, sometimes in rec play, people want to hit winner dinks. What we're doing right now, this consistency thing, this will win you the rally.
I come against so many people who want to hit this really hard, blazing, low dink shot, and that just doesn't work. I mean, if you get a high green ball, yes, do it and win the point, but you and I aren't giving each other anything we can attack. So just stay in the dink battle and hit nice, soft, low dinks until you miss, just like that. Thank you. Good, good, good. Good. So this drill kind of keeps forcing you to hit low too. Because with a higher ball, you're not going to be able to hit that target. So you got to keep it really low over the net. Yeah, very close. It also gives us practice moving each other around to the spots. Because if you're in a game, you want to get that person across from you. You don't want to give it right to them every time. You want to make them move a little bit. Ah, there you go. Good job. Oh, it didn't fall. Man, that was a good target, though. Oh, come on. There you go. Good job. Good job. Ah. Okay.
That's good. 2 or 3 dinks from the kitchen. Because this shot here is a drop shot. It's just that when we're 7 feet away from each other, we just call it a dink. But as soon as you take one step off of the kitchen line, the terminology becomes drop. So take 3 steps back. Yep. Same thing. Good. Good. Perfect. Let's have you go all the way back to the baseline. Good. Good. Well, let's have you pick up that ball, yeah. Here, I got some over here. Nice try. So remember the dink shot, if you can do that. Sometimes you will be dropping up here. Do everything in your power though to get behind it and do this. So sometimes that means you might need to run backwards a little bit to get it out in front of you. Oh, take that tennis ball towards him. Nice try, nice try. That's the shot right there. So, I told you higher level players 60%, lower level players about 40, maybe 30. But you have to keep hitting these and misses like that to eventually get it over. It's like the archer and the arrow and the bullseye. You're getting closer and closer. That's nice. Nice try, nice try. Great. Let's have you go to this court over here. Nice try. There we go. Good job. Good job. So the backhand slice drop is great. Keep working it. It's tough. It's great because it makes the ball bounce away from your opponent. There you go. Good job. Great. Good. That's really nice right there. That's really nice. That's good. Good job. Let's go to this court over here. Let's have you go to this court. That's perfect. So that's one you got to really work on keeping low. As you're slicing, aim really right here, and it'll carry over. It is a tough drop though. Yeah. So when you're doing that slice, aim in the middle of the net, and I'll bet you'll still be over the net by 3 feet. Yeah, perfect drop right there. That was going to be really good. That would be a good forehand drop right there. Nice. Ooh. That's good. Oh, that's really good. Aim it right at the middle of the net. The forehand one, aim at the tape, but the backhand one, aim at the middle of the net, because the slice, the backspin makes the ball climb in the air. Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good right there. Boy, that one right before that was great. Nice, nice. Okay, we'll finish on that one. Good serve, good return. Good serve, good return. Good. That was just a little miss hit. That's eyes. That's nice.
Okay, you doing okay? You want a breather? You want a break?
Let's go over here, yeah. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's switch sides. Oh, good serve. Oh, another good one. Oh, ace. Good shot.
If I'd meant to hit it there, it would have been great.
Yeah. That's what I want. Yeah, good job. Good job. That one's going to make the final edit. Let's have you go to this court over here.
Show me the backhand. Good, good. Make sure you finish up over that shoulder every time. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, that makes the final edit too. Good job.
Good.
Oh, I wanted that one.
Almost.
Again. That's good.
Okay. That was good serve return practice. Okay, so we just covered, if you have an hour to drill, that's what we're gonna do right there. We're gonna do these 4 shots right here. Now, going into the second hour, here's what you want to start working on. And this is more, these shots down here are more advanced player stuff. So the first shot you probably want to work on is the speed up. The speed up is when all 4 players are at the kitchen line. They've all made it to the kitchen line and they're in a dink battle. The first person that gets a green ball wants to attack, and they want to attack hard and low with a ball low over the net, pretty much middle of the court. Avoid when you're speeding up. So if that's about 4 feet in the court and that's about 4 feet in the court, when you're aiming your speed ups, avoid going towards that alley right there, because this person standing right here, if the ball's coming from this direction and it's coming hard and fast in the air right here, all they have to do is let it go and it's out of bounds. if you aim it on the inside of their body right here, you have all this room to work with to keep it in bounds. And so if this is the area of the court you're trying to keep it in, you've got that much more room to work with on your speed up. So if you're going to speed up more towards the middle of the court. So this player over here can speed up that direction, and this player can speed up that direction. So the way the speed up works is you're in a dink battle, and as long as the ball is bouncing red or yellow, this height right here, try not to attack. Try not to attack. I will say, at every level of play, even the pros, I see them attacking red and attacking yellow. Yellow is a coin flip. It's a 50-50 chance on your speed up. Red, you have to pretty much hit the person. If you don't hit the net, if you clear the net, you probably have to hit the person, because if you clear the net with that much pace, because speed up means you're hitting fast, it's probably going to sail out of bounds. So if I'm right here trying to speed up on this person and I get a red ball, a low ball, and if this person can get out of the way, my ball will probably land back in this area of the court if they can play dodgeball. That's the other thing. A lot of people can't get out of the way of the speed up. So you might, even if you're attacking red, sometimes you get it, and that's why people do it. I have had people tell me after I've dodged the ball, they say, "Oh wow, usually that works. You got out of the way." So I'm usually ready for it, especially if it's someone that I've played against before. I'm ready for it. Sometimes if I'm coming across a new player, they might hit me once or twice, and then once I realize that that's what they do, I can get out of the way. Especially when it's red. When it's green, if you or your partner give a high ball up here to the other team and they're speeding up at you, just keep your paddle out in front. See if you can point your paddle down and block it back. So what they're doing a lot of times, so the speed up is when you're in a dink battle. The next fast shot you got to be able to handle is the drive. So the drive usually happens when, in all perfect worlds, the server hits that nice deep return here, right? When the server actually hits a ball more in this area here, bouncing just past the kitchen line, usually this receiver will run in and drive this ball hard and low, aiming for this part of the court right here. So you also need to be able to, when someone's driving at you from either the baseline or the transition zone, you have to be able to do one of these two blocks right here. The first one is the punch block. The punch block is if they're doing it to you, say from the transition zone, you want to probably punch block them back at the transition zone and keep them there. If they're doing it to you from the baseline, punch them back towards the baseline and try to keep them back there. If, however, you're really good at this shot, this is when you have to drill. This is called the reset block. The punch block is a little easier to do because your ball is going to travel as deep as the transition zone or the baseline. The reset block is going to bounce probably in the kitchen or just past the kitchen line, and it's going to bounce low. And the reset block is done totally with your hands. Really soft hands out in front of you. You take all the power off their ball. Some people actually, and I kind of do this a little bit, if the ball's coming into my paddle really hard, I actually move my hand just back just a little bit as the ball's hitting it so I can absorb their power, and then I make the ball just kind of be this high over the net and just loop over and land in the kitchen. So if this is me here and say this person's hitting at me really hard, I'm trying to get just across the net, really soft, making it bounce low, and that does one of two things. It starts a dink battle, the reset will always start a dink battle, or they may try to speed up that red zone ball, run in, hit it really hard, either hit it into the net, or if I'm quick enough, I'm going to step out of the way and they're going to hit out of bounds again back here. The other two shots that you need to drill as you, after you've done this hour, another couple of good shots you can work on are the lob and the smash. The lob is best used when you're in a dink battle here at the kitchen and it's going pretty well, and then where I usually use it, I see this player here drift a little bit towards the sideline, and say I'm standing right here in this position, I see this player drift a little bit over here, and when they drift and this person doesn't go with them, I try a backhand lob all the way back to about this spot of the court here. I try to lob it a high arcing shot in the air that lands there. What happens is if this person throws up their backhand, that's a hard shot. If this person has drifted over here and they're not quick enough, they're not going to be able to step over quick enough to get a right hand overhand smash on it. The lob is really tricky, so you just have to drill it, and the best way to drill it is to practice dinking with someone and then just see if you can flip it over their head to a target in the court. So the overhead smash is the play you use when you're responding to the lob. If someone, like if for example, I miss this shot right here and I hit it kind of short, say it's gonna land here, this person here needs to just step over and with their right hand, or left if they're a lefty, they want to keep the ball, the paddle at a 45-degree angle out in front of them. Keep the eyes on the ball and hit down on the ball as hard as you can. So I see a lot of people try to take an overhead smash up here. If you take it up here right above your head, you won't get any power on it. Your paddle at this vertical position, you'll probably hit the ball out. Plus, it's really hard to look at the ball right there. It's much easier to look at the ball out here in front of you. Basically, all pickleball shots are hit out in front of you. So the overhead smash would be about right here, 45-degree angle, and you should be able to hit good down hard on the ball. So let's practice some. So say this is your second hour of workout right here. All of these shots come into play at a high level of pickleball, but they also come into play at the lower levels because people can drive. People will try to speed up on you, so you do need to be able to do these shots a lot. I would say if you had another hour, you should probably spend on speed ups. You should probably spend about like maybe 15 minutes trying to do that. And on drives, maybe just about 5. Punch blocking and reset blocking are really important. So you should probably try to spend like maybe 15 minutes on each of these. And then with that last 10 minutes you have, just use some lobs and some overhead smashes. So that's, let's see, that'd be 20, that'd be 50, yeah, that'd be 60 minutes. So this right here is a 2-hour drill session, which, hey, that's, if you can get someone to drill with you for 2 hours, that's a great deal. So if you can, that's kind of the workout you would want to try. So let's demo some of these. Oh, mine was way out. I hit it off the edge. Good. Oh, that was good.
Great, great, great. Well, I thought you might speed that one up. Yeah. Good, good, good. Those are good speed ups. Now, what I want you to do is from the baseline, drive some balls at me pretty hard, and I'm going to do punch blocks, and then you're going to do some punch blocks. So this is punch block. And you can hit it at me as hard as you want. Good. So now what I'm going to do is the reset. I'm just going to try to drop it in the kitchen. Okay, let's do the same thing with you. All right. You be at the kitchen line, and I'm going to hit some hard shots with you. First, I want you to punch block me deep in the corner. Good. Good. Nice. Ooh, nice. Now what I want you to do is reset me. Beautiful. Oh, little deep. I want you to see if you can make it land in the kitchen low. Almost. The other thing I want you to do is instead of bending your elbow and pulling it, stay out. Soft grip, and as the ball hits your paddle, see if you can pull it in a little bit. That was it. That's close. Oh, sorry. That's it. That's a good one to finish on, right? This one I might go like that. See if I can lift up your head. That was a really bad lock. Your partner would have smashed that one. That one was a lot better. That was a lot better. So what I'm doing, it looks like just a regular deep shot. I'm just topping it with a little more power. So that one I really like. I like that. That one I really like. So let's have you try that one. That's the overhead smash. We'll work on that in a minute. That's really good. I don't think either me or my partner would have got that. getting close though. We're getting close. That guy would have killed you. So that's the danger of the lob right there. Making a bad one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, are we done? Let's do the overhead smash.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good. Oh, very good. Nice. That's okay. Ah. Nice. So now I'm testing your footwork a little bit. Good. I think mine landed out. Sideline. It was in baseline. There you go. Let's have you go to this court over here. So, this time, I want you to use your footwork so you don't have to hit that backhand. Always try to hit this backhand. Always try to hit the forehand on the snap. This is okay. It happens. So maybe try a few at the end, but try to get your footwork so you can get a forehand on this. Okay, you got this. So, let's have you stand a little towards the center line. See if you can get this with a backhand. Now, be careful with your shoulder. Don't swing too hard, because this could actually hurt your shoulder a little bit. Not bad. Hey, good shot, good shot. Does it feel okay? Okay. There you go. Oh, good job. Nice. Good one, good one. Ooh, nice, nice. Good job. Okay, so with these 10 shots, we've covered 2 hours of drilling time. Let's say you go to the court and you actually have 3 hours. This is the best case scenario for a drilling session. Say you have a whole 3 hours to work with. After you've done all these drills right here for these shots right here, the best drill to wrap everything up is skinny singles. So, the way skinny singles work is you only have 2 players. So you have a player here and a player here. And the way it works is whenever your score is even, you play out of the right court.
So that's whenever your score is even, you'll always find yourself in the right court. Whenever your score is odd, you'll always find yourself in the left court. So this goes whether you're serving or receiving. So what happens here is this game lets two players practice every quadrant of the court that they're gonna play in a doubles game, and it lets them practice from each court. So the way it works is when the score is even, these two players are going to be playing cross court from each other only in this court. This court here is out of bounds, and this court here is out of bounds. There's an imaginary line through the kitchen. You do keep score with this. You're going to play a game to 11. Only the serving team can score a point in this, just like pickleball. So you're going to play a game to 11, win by 2. Whenever you're even, when both players are even, you're playing this way. Whenever this person is even and this person is odd, you're going to play this alley of the court right here. So in this case, this is out of bounds and this is out of bounds. And you're just going to play this section of the court. Say this player has an odd score and that player has an odd score, you're only going to play this direction right here. So this court's out of bounds and that court's out of bounds when you're both odd. When this person is odd and this person is even, you're going to play this alley right here. So as you can see, what's going to happen is as you play out a game to 11, win by 2, each player is going to get to practice out of every quadrant. And just like the perfect pickleball point we played out earlier, that's what you're striving for. If you're the server, you're striving, say you're in the even court and your opponent's in the even court, you're striving for a good deep serve. Your opponent is striving for a good deep return. You're then trying to hit a good third shot drop. If you do that, you should be in a nice cross-court dink battle with each other. Now, the best way to practice cross-court dinking is to not really try to speed up on your opponent. You can if you go to the inside of them, but if you go to the outside of their body, you'll probably be out of bounds. So when you're cross-court dinking, really just think about being in a nice, patient dink battle. Now, when you're playing across from each other, this is where the speed-ups can come in play. So when you're playing across from each other, say this person was serving from the odd court and the receiver's in the even court, and you're playing this way, again, you want a nice deep serve, deep return. This is the only time in pickleball where you're really going to be serving straight across from you. But it's a good thing to be able to practice this because it helps with your ground strokes as well, to be able to serve straight across from you. So good deep serve, good deep return. When you get in your dink battle from here, you want your balls landing in the kitchen, and then trying to move your opponent maybe side to side a little bit. As you're moving to side, if someone gives a pop-up, then look for the green ball and try the speed up when you're across from each other. So when you're across from each other, from odd to even here or odd to even here, look for speed ups in your dink battles. When you're cross court, odd to odd or even to even, look for a good consistent dink battle, trying not to make any mistakes, and hopefully the dink battle lasts a long time, like say 15, 20 shots, and the final miss is probably going to be into the net.
Nice try. 4-0. Yep. 5-0. Bad drop. So I do like missing low though. I'd rather do that than just give up a smash.
0-5.
Ah, that was a great ball, man, right on the line. Yeah. Good.
Your paddle is here and the ball is here.
Okay. I guess we're at 6.
Uh, 6-0. Oh, I would have never got that. Uh, 7-0.
Ooh.
8-0. Uh, 9-0.